7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sit back, enjoy the ride, we're on our way. One track, no turning back, forget yesterday. Unknown destination, aiming for the sky. So high, so high, so high. Killing frustration, we're doing it all to survive the nightfall. When you fight against the time and you're about to lose your mind, it's easy to cross the line. You live or you die, live or you die.
Hello, how is everybody tonight? Okay, yep, the crowd is responding back great. We are here for our premiere show of Edgerunner Blues at Sphere Incorporated, and we have a bunch of new players. Some you may have seen, some you may not. And I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm Tim. I'm going to be the GM for Cyberpunk Red tonight, and hopefully for the next several weeks. And we will be starting introductions with Tommy next. And
I don't want to go first. That's fine. Hi, my name is Tommy. I'm playing Cupid, who you'll see is the solo of this game. How do intros go? I forgot. I also have played in Vengeance and Baldery as Maya the Banu Hakim. I'm playing in Edgerunner as Jane Doe, the Lupus. And I will be in a future one of the vampire games. I forgot what it's called exactly. Black Angels, Fallen Angels, that one.
okay,
So,
good.
there we go.
All right, and we're just going to go straight down. We're going to go over to Jason. And
Jason. Yeah, I'm Jason Fryer, game designer, general curmudgeon. I'm playing Kitty Hawk, the Nomad tonight, and basically, I've been writing games for so long that I finally decided let's try to be a player for once. So.
all right, excellent. Moving right along, Mr. Izzy Skirmish, star of
Hey.
TTRP Theater.
My name's Izzy Skirmish, and you may not know me, but you could know me if you join us over on the TTRP Discord server. Post memes, and pretty much that. discuss shows on our own personal channels. And then, there's also a Chat with Izzy channel, because I invoked some sort of ancient right that lets me do that. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to be honest with you. Today, I will be playing Chip Demithurge, CEO of Fear Inc. and general father figure, or at least he thinks he is.
Got
All
the dad
right.
jokes down. Yeah.
Oh, no. All right, moving right along, we will go to Steve.
Hello, everybody. I'm Steven, and I'm going to be playing Andy Riker in our game this evening. He's the resident med tech for this crew. I think I might be one of the newest people at the TTRP games. So thanks for having me here.
Well, yep. Welcome to have you, Steve. I've gamed with you before, so I know the quality we're going to get. And last but not least, Jackie. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Hi, guys. I'm Jackie. I'm playing Jade, or Jas for short. I am pretty much the pretty face. I am the rocker boy. They, them pronouns, don't really care, not super picky. I identify as all the above. This is my first time doing TTRP theater. However, I am a 2-decade experienced with tabletop games. So looking forward to joining you guys.
All right, excellent. So we got a wide variety and looking forward to playing with all of you. So any last minute comments or things before we dive right in? Are we ready?
Stealthy.
Good luck.
Okay. Well then, let's start. This is the world of Cyberpunk Red. It is post-corporate war. This war in Night City was actually fought street to street between the corps. Much of it is light and destruction and ended when the nuclear bomb went off in the center of town. In fact, most of the city was, since it's on an island, was shaken up, destroyed, and rubbled. Certain areas in the last 20 years have been rebuilt, but a lot of the area is what is considered the war zone, where gangs rule, police barely come, and corporate comes down here to play their games, as well as everything else that happens down here that people don't want to see. And that's where you guys live and operate. So
It's home.
It's home. You don't have many people bothering you, and you can do mostly what you want. But the biggest thing in this time and age is the scarcity of everything. The old internet is gone. Lots of lost information, location where things are. You're dealing with technology. A lot of it is 10, 20 years old because they can't replace it. Streets are still in rubble because they haven't been replaced. Electricity runs sometimes. Water's there most of the time. Most people have set up generators to run. And you're living in a third world country, basically, in many of the areas of the city. There's the slum areas in Haywood and stuff that are so tightly packed and overburdened that you're fitting 10, 12 people in a cargo bay, and that's where they live. Or cargo, bay, not bay, the crates. And because there's whole communities and cities and chunks just built with those. That's the housing in some areas. In fact, some of you actually live in some of them. Now we're going to start by introducing some of the characters as we go through. And we're going to start with, let's start with Chip. All right, Chip, you work at the main office there. When do you start your work in the morning?
Oh, I actually live in my office. I start work usually around 9:30 in the morning, and by start work, I mean I roll out of bed and, brush the crumbs off my suit.
All right. And you got your little agent in your head talking to you. I believe Moneypenny is her name?
Yep. I saw it in an old movie once. Made me feel powerful.
All right. Excellent, excellent. And you got some calls waiting for you in the morning, or do you have them wake you up?
They probably wake me up. I'm pretty loose with my start time.
Okay. Well, one of them is there. It's an email message from Jake from accounting.
Oh, shit. I hesitantly hover over the email before finally opening it.
Your balance sheet between two reports is off by $3. We will need to find the difference by the end of the day. And I expect it on my office before I leave at 5:30 today.
I reply, as per my last email. All receipts will be received through the mail and will take at least a week's travel time. Send, delete message. I again block him on my email.
Also in there is another email, and I have to bring up my chart here. Just a second, I can't remember his name. Let's zoom in. IRS email.
Oh, shit.
from Philip Fish regarding audit he needs to conduct. And he would like to schedule time to see you within the next week. And please have all your receipts and paperwork ready.
I loosen my tie a little bit and think back on the old days when I actually was able to do proper business in the city. And I type out the response. We are sorry, this email is no longer active or part of this server, period. Please check email address before sending, period, enter. That should buy me a week.
All right. I think that's a good place to Chip's morning. And moving right along. Kitty.
Yes.
Typically most mornings are where do you run? Do you live at the shop, or do you live over at maybe at the airport with the rest of the rookery?
I basically live out of my vehicle, so I'm in the actual hangar at the warehouse, so I'm always there.
Okay.
Got to Chip on a tight schedule.
All right.
I'm probably hosing blood off the vehicle or off of our car right now.
Okay, off of the shop vehicle, not your personal vehicle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Since I'm pretty sure after smearing those guys, it's been a while that trying to actually get the stains out. So.
Exactly, and you did load the bodies in the back, so at least parts of them.
And did we put them in the fridge? I can't remember, but as long as they're out of my car, that's fine.
Excellent. Now, have you been doing any errands for the rookery?
Oh, absolutely. Chip doesn't pay me enough.
Excellent. Well, it's on one of these runs for the rookery. You went to the airport and picked something up. Let's say a bag of cheese.
Whoa.
Just because I remember a nice meme that we've seen recently.
Is it the good stuff?
It's real cheese from real dairy.
Are we talking like Munster or Gouda?
We're talking aged cheddar. Somebody found an old warehouse that hadn't been damaged too bad. And since cheese doesn't really rot too bad, it just gets green on the outside.
Awesome.
And if they're wax sealed underground so it stayed cool, the connections you nomads have.
Oh yeah. Is there? Have I found a buyer yet? Or
and that's you're just running deliveries. They take care of it, grandma or aunt or whatever relationship, the current person at the rookery, you stand there. Deliver this over to Mama Lao's restaurant.
Check my agent. All right. What are we looking at?
Don't worry, that's been taken care of. You just need to drop it off in time before they open this morning. Be careful.
It's cheese. I know the risks I'm taking right now.
Yeah, I mean, don't get caught. If they find you, they're going to want their share. You know how the freaking city is. But yeah, and don't take any for yourself.
Trust me, this cheddar is safe with me.
All right.
I'm loading it into the. I would basically take my own vehicle for this one, and I would I would load it into the smuggling compartment.
Oh, there's what I was looking up. I was trying to remember the name of the company. Yeah, you caught the news. Hitachi is moving in.
Oh shit! I'm looking for one specific name to make sure that that son of a bitch hasn't moved
And
over.
you'll run across a news article if you're looking through your agent.
Oh yeah.
Rockland Augmetics will be reopening their plant in Haywood that has thanks to its new partnership with Hitachi Shipping to bring in the much needed materials from Asia to Night City. Hitachi Shipping Night City's branch has brought in a new CTO, Takawa, I cannot pronounce the name I gave him, Tawagawaki. You gave the name and I can't pronounce it now, and I tried before. Yoranobu. Not knowing my Japanese, that name you gave me.
Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, I'll take a look.
To head up a new partnership with Rockland Augmetics.
Great.
I think I wrote that right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At least I copied and pasted it. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah. It's Yoranobu.
Okay. And they've been pushing into and after you read that article, they've been pushing in again. They're moving in here. They already pushed us out of the Pacific Rim on the other side.
You got to watch this bastard.
Yeah, the problem is they set up a chunk on the other side of the airport. They got a warehouse. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean,
you know how they ran over there.
Well, I mean,
you know what happened to your folks.
Yes, I know what happened to my folks. Thanks.
Yeah,
it means I gotta repaint the chubby kitsune because, I mean,
you haven't done that yet. Come on, kitty. You stole it.
I know.
I mean, by all rights, it's yours. You know, possession's 9/10 of the law.
Yeah. I don't know.
But okay.
I'll deal with it.
Just be careful. They've been watching.
Just stay away from them, all right? If he comes over here, that's my problem. I'll take care of it.
They're after all of us, remember, not just you.
Yeah, well, it's personal.
Yeah, I know. He's personally after you for many things, but he's after all of us because he wants our business, our connections, or at least to destroy him. You realize he was once a nomad too, or at least his family.
No, that I didn't know.
Well,
if he starts making a move, you'll drop me a quarter, right?
I got your number. He's just consider it. He is making a move, and you'll be safe.
Thanks.
You know, I mean, there's not much more. If you need help, you know where we are. We'll do what we can.
And you know where I am.
Yeah. I just wish you would, be careful.
I always am.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why, never mind. Love you, dear. Go ahead. Don't die. I don't want to have to tell grandma.
Break her heart. I know. I mean, I'm her second favorite.
And don't crash. Never mind. We love you.
I'll do the run as quick as I can because I got to get back to the shop. I'm sure that Chip's docking me pay.
Well, it's Chip docking him pay. All right. Well, he's zipping his way there, no problem whatsoever. Though he does notice at one point he's being followed. At least he suspects he is, or she is. Excuse me.
I'll make sure that I take a difficult route, considering this is my personal flyer.
Oh yeah,
I'll be impressed if they can hang on.
You're not sure of who or what. I'm just saying, but you're running through the war zones. It could be just about anybody who's interested in a craft. So, but all right, I assume you're heading home.
Yes.
Excuse me. Cupid, where would we find you in the morning? Oh, yeah.
There you go. A voice. Knocked out because it's morning and it's too early, probably.
Okay.
Not a morning person.
What time might you be getting up to show up at the office?
Get up around 10.
Okay. I like that. You say you'll be there in the morning. 11:59:59 is still morning.
Yes, it is.
So excellent. You waking up at home?
Yep. Just it's cargo container. One of the main ones that are stacked up.
Are you alone? I don't know if you live with your brother or any
No,
other.
she lives alone.
Okay. I thought she did. I just didn't have to shoot her. Okay. So heading off eventually, I would assume, headed off to work.
Yep. Eventually making it there.
How are you planning on traveling?
To the bus.
Okay.
There's a bus system through there, right?
They go through the main routes. You might have to take a couple extra blocks walk. I mean, it's an armored bus, but the city does try to keep some transport going. Might take you about an hour to get there when, almost as long as it would take you to walk, but you're at least on an armored vehicle.
Is there
semi-armored?
A subway? I think the subways might be flooded.
Portions of it are.
Yeah.
So you might be able to, skip along that way. Just figuring how, there is transport. I'm just not going to
We'll just do the
make
bus.
it complicated from there. Yeah. Okay. So you get to the bus stop, no problem. Pay your EBs or the ticket to get to work. And it's one of those long accordion. Have you ever seen the long city buses with the accordion in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like that, but the accordion's kind of half gone and it's open a little bit. It's graffiti all over on the inside.
Naturally.
Benches broken. Most of the windows are there. And there's 5 or 6 other passengers in there at least. Some old grandma types. A couple of, business-ish looking men. Or at least look like they're going to work. And, I've ridden the buses enough to, next stop, one person gets on, one person gets off. You paying attention to who's getting on and off at all, or just kind of doing your own thing?
In the way that someone who is constantly aware of danger, yes. Not really paying attention, but kind of like keeping track. But not
probably one that you sit at the back of the bus so there's nothing behind you, or something like that.
Type of like soldier types behaviors.
Okay. So just all right. Eventually, just get after a little bit. I'm trying to remember names here, and I'm looking up at your character sheet right now, so bear with me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
So I get these names right. Oh, there we go. How long has it been since you've moved out of the Haywood area? And the incidents that occurred there?
3 to 4 years, we'll say.
Okay. Let me go back there. You notice somebody. Their eyes appear to be glowing turquoise, glowing discolored skin. They have a mischievous smile on their face, and they're dressed in kind of a what would be called the bag lady chic.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, you recognize her from your old gang. one of the few members that survived the Blood Diamonds.
Fantastic. Does she notice me? Is there eye contact, or I'm about to
Well,
get out this?
I'm going to give you a second to what you might do. If you
Natural inclination is to just kind of get off at the next stop, but if she's on,
she has gotten on at the middle entrance.
I'm at the back.
Mhm.
Might just hop off, just be late. Like, we're already late. Let's be more late. Let's not do what's about to happen.
You would almost have to pass her to get out, unless you're jumping out one of the broken windows or breaking a window to finish getting out. I got a particular bus view in my head from having ridden buses a lot in the city. So.
No, we're gonna go past her and just kind of like hope she doesn't notice.
All right.
Dress differently. Maybe won't notice.
Are you taking any precautions? I don't know if you. I'm trying to think of what that role is. I'm opening up your character sheet right now.
Let's see.
Okay, sorry. These have to go. Oh. Starting to get a little bit of a headache with the I'm going to give you the opportunity if you want to try to, because you've dressed different look, maybe your wardrobe and style for a cool look. If you can coolly pass by them, give me that sort of role. Skip past them, unless you're going to try to do a stealth, but that's kind of hard when they're in the aisle getting to their seat.
So would it be like just a wardrobe style or just?
Yeah, wardrobe style, cool, like because you dress different, you look different, you know, I'm
Sure.
assuming you've changed your style. So if that works to get, I'm using just something because they list these things different than what I would, if you had a D&D name game.
It's also hard for me to see in these contacts, so I have to lean towards.
Okay, so you got it's a +2 for you with your level and your, yep.
There it is. That didn't work. That was a 4.
Stupid, is that you? Hey, long time no see.
Hi, how are you doing?
Well, you look like you're doing well. I'm doing great.
Are you?
You know, I've heard some things about you, and I just can't believe they're true.
What have you heard?
You know Noise, don't you? That used to run the. You've heard of him, right?
Yeah, I remember him. What about him?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to let him know, but he says you and your brother caused some of that trouble back in Haywood. You were probably responsible for it.
And why would you think that?
He says something about you went corp and sold out.
Okay, well, why would I do that?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what he said. And I just saw you and it's like, wow, I'm going to have to tell him. I mean, at least let him know where you are.
I mean, how's he doing?
Oh, he's doing good. He's upgraded a lot.
I mean, he's always been like that. So, like, any new enhancements he has?
Oh, yeah. He's been doing some stuff with the iron sights.
Has he?
Yeah. They've been doing some work. But I shouldn't tell you anything, you know. I don't know nothing now. I barely see him. I mean, last I saw, he was working over there and he was, well, don't tell anybody, but I think he was working with some of the corps himself.
Ooh. What
So
company?
I mean, I trust in it. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Will you tell me if you're working with somebody any more than I would tell? Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. Well, good seeing you.
Good seeing
And she
you
goes
too.
and sits down.
I'm gonna continue to get off the bus because I'm not staying on this bus with her.
Okay. If you you get off the bus, and a little while later, I want you to make a perception check. Or whatever they call it in this game, because I'm drawing a blank, but I think you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a perception. Yes.
Do we want to add my solo stuff to that?
That I will allow if you decide you're going to be on heightened awareness or something. I would have no problem with that.
At this point, yes, very much so.
Yeah.
How do I add it?
It should be already added there if you're just going to roll it. It should already automatically, like.
There you go.
Oh, whew. No problem. A little while later, after you're walking, you're going to see Ashley is her name. Since you didn't ask her, but you can see her kind of following you or trying to follow you.
Like she got off the bus as well?
Yeah, like a block later or something and ran or something to catch up or tried to. I mean, that's what she did, but you're seeing her like trying to follow you, poorly shadow you.
Got you. Think I can lose her? I'm trying to not shoot her. I'm trying to. I might need to.
You attempt to run, or I mean, you tell me how you're getting away. I mean, I'm leaving that to you.
Oh, it's going to make this very deliberate. It's going to make a turn into an alley, make it into another alley. If she falls into the alley, we're going to shoot her. Because don't do that.
Okay, let me roll some on her side. See, she's going to try to be sneaky to a point. And she actually rolled a 10. So that would be against your perception. We'll leave your roll before. Okay. Easily spot her. She's fantastic. Did actually good, but you're on another level right now. Mm-hmm. She's like hiding behind a dumpster, trying to peek over and around. She's definitely following you.
Fantastic. We're gonna.
I mean, the alleys aren't completely empty. You know, there's the drunk there, or at least you think he might be passed out drunk. He might be dead, but you know.
It's fine.
So
he'll wake up or he won't. It's fine. So I just gotta go down the alley. Make it so the next corner, till she turns down, she's just going to wait there and wait for the girl to catch up. And just stand there and wait for it.
Are you trying to hide yourself there or just standing right
around the corner?
Okay.
Like when she comes to like follow after and hide again, just gonna stand right there.
And after a second, you just see half an eyeball come like around the corner peeking.
And here's a heavy pistol at her face.
Hi, Cupid.
Hi. Why are you following me?
Noise offered a reward if we knew where you were.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to see if well, you know how it is.
Yeah. So what could happen now is you could just go and not try to follow me again, or I'll put a bullet in your thigh and then you can go. Those are the only two choices. There's no other ones. So
she slowly moves her head back so you can't see it and tries to go away if you just had the gun.
Watching her, peering around the corner, see if she actually goes.
Yeah, she at least is looking back, making sure if you're still looking.
If she looks back, fires the gun.
She runs faster.
Fantastic. Go opposite direction. Need to go to work.
All right. You will have no other issues other than the general cat calls and whatever you get along the way. Or the Joy Boys and stuff or whatever. Yeah.
Cat call me while I have a pistol out. Like this is what we're doing.
Like today? It's like nobody else has a pistol. Yeah. You see the guy with the rocket launcher walking, the guy with the, and they're worried about, yeah. All right. So where would we find Jazz in the morning?
Probably still in bed. If not asleep, then on their phone,
All right.
Selfie.
All right. That's perfectly fine.
What time would I be woken up by boss man? Because I'd be at the.
You tell me where we're waking up, or where you'd find you, where you staying.
Likely in the office currently, until I decide on a place.
Okay, so the office being Chip's place.
Yep.
Sleeping somewhere, okay. And you're in bed laying there?
Yep.
You can hear voices in the other room as Chip is screaming as he's doing his accounting. Tell me if that's true. I said
move the accruals forward.
Boss man at it again.
Are you going through like some entertainment stuff and along the way as we're going?
Yeah, I'm on was it InstaPost? Things like that.
They have something similar to that here. Don't have their new meta system all memorized. It's run by
I probably have an app that posts to multiple at once, so I don't have to manage them all.
The biggest thing is you have to get to some of the Nexus nubs to upload and download, so depending on how close you are, because of the way the internet works now. But for sake of gameplay here, we're going to go with, as you're scrolling through the morning entertainment news or something just to see what happens. With a new name and new lead singer, Lucky Family Jewels is the new J-Rock sensation in Night City, top 10 for the second week in a row. The group's new hit, since replacing their lead singer, Jade, with the new sensation Onyx, is the new big sound. Opal, who is also was one of the band members. We're sorry our sister Jade is having such troubles. We hope she gets the help she needs soon. But this is the best thing that could have happened to us. Ruby, I'm so happy. We finally changed what was obviously needed to be changed. And go on to hear different reads and stuff.
Sleep away. I'm done reading that. I'm better off on my own.
Okay.
At least I got a family that gives a shit about me now. Mostly.
Eventually you notice that you have a message on your agent there in an email. I don't know. Did you have a lawyer to get you out of the family to begin with, or something that maybe helped you?
Probably not a good one, and probably not the family paid lawyer.
That's what I was saying. I wouldn't recommend. Yeah. Okay. So within your budget, there's a message on there. Your family has filed paperwork to see about having, well, basically, as he calls it, is they're going to see about taking, conservatorship, I believe is the correct legal term. Take over your royalties and your money and oversee your finances, because they think you have some mental issues.
Nuh-uh, they are not going to Britney Spears this bitch.
So, biggest thing is your lawyer. He says, don't do anything stupid or foolish. Don't get caught doing anything you shouldn't. Be a good girl.
I mean, the days that I'm a girl, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah. Well, that's the messages you got in your morning there. And that's what you wake up to.
Okay. To the lawyer man. When can we meet to discuss?
We can do some stuff this evening if you're available.
All
I
right.
should at least get some paperwork signed. You'll get a response back eventually in the day after about that. But this evening, if you can, file the, bring blah, 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 and this much money.
All right, I'll talk to boss man. Yo, daddy. We got any jobs tonight?
Opens the door. Not yet. Closes door. Also, I told you to stop calling me that. Closes door.
Okay.
Right. Sorry about that.
So, all right. Andy. Chip runs you ragged. Even next, right now, just to keep good standings with the community and the rest of the gangs in the neighborhood, he has you run the clinic, semi-free clinic. Pay what you can, trade what you can. He figures it's better to get friendly with the neighborhood than to have them be your enemy. Maybe they'll help you out if some dicklads come along. Then again, maybe they'll help them. Depends on the pay. But you're in there in the morning in the clinic, I'm assuming, because I don't know. I forgot to ask. Where do you wake up and where do you usually stay?
And Andy wakes up. He's been sleeping at Chip's business, and his agent wakes him up in the morning with a list of the clients that are already lining up at the door to get in for the day. And he takes a look at one of the cybernetic eyes that they picked up on a recent job. He's just inspecting it to sees that it's an older model. It should do. Sets it off to the side in his room and goes down and makes sure that all of his instruments are laid out exactly where he wants them. Make sure everything is meticulously cleaned, and gets ready for the day. It's unusual for him to be working on living bodies. Novelty to this.
Okay. Well, first thing in the morning, though, you've come to know him, the O'Malleys. Him and his 6 kids come in. Anywhere aging between the ages of maybe 5 to 15.
Mr. O'Malley, please, welcome.
So, I was out late last night and I picked up some bullet holes. You think you can help me?
Sure. Have a seat over there. Now, kids, if your dad gets sepsis from you touching all of my things, that is an extra charge.
What's this? What's that? Oh, and they're just running around, poking at things. Is this sharp? And they pick up a scalpel. I'm going to cut you, sis. And,
Mr. O'Malley, it is a...
Oh, kids, come on, behave. Leave the doctor's office alone. Come on.
I believe we do have a family rate going on, but please.
You have a family rate?
I believe that's what Chip has arranged with you is why you've kept bringing your children each time.
Well, I bring them because Mom's out on a job. She should be back in a month or so.
I see. Well, if you've ever got too many around, they pay extra for young livers.
How much? And he's dead serious.
I'll find you a price.
Group rate.
Can we put in a cybernetic? Because a liver should be able to filter if you can get a good one, but they're growing. We should probably wait.
There is a window of opportunity. before they've gotten involved with these street gangs and all of these different substances that you can find around.
Oh, that's what you must be new to the neighborhood. You think that, okay. But needless to say, you kids behave. Come on. And they're just bouncing around. A couple of them are, a couple of the boys are playing the shove me game. Hey, that's mine. I found it first. Looking at, hey, this magazine shows titties. Looking at one of your medical journals.
Now, if one of you bumps into me and I end up digging in a little bit deeper in your father, is that okay with you?
He can take it.
Oh, you heard them, Mr. O'Malley. Let's get to work.
As you're sitting in there, give me a roll for your surgical, sir, or whatever it would be. I can't remember names. Med tech or surgery.
Yes. Let's see here. There it is. Not too bad.
Yeah, you don't. It's a little rough, you're doing well, but he's alive and he's actually bleeding. So, not quite as used to that as you would think, knowing your background. Ow! Damn it, Doc! Can I get some Novocaine or something?
I don't believe that's part of the deal that you have with the chip. If you would like that, I believe that is our higher tiered service.
Fucking
but you will live. And I believe that everything is still working enough for you to have more children.
I don't need no more children. We might have a talk about something else. Unless we lose a couple.
Again, that will be an extra cost.
Yes. As you're sitting there wrenching on him, though, door just burst opens and there's this gang or all colors and stuff, just gun pointed at you. Give me all your drugs, Doc. I'll blow your fucking head off. And he's got the gun. It's a semi, one of the kids goes, leave him alone until he's done with my dad. And the ganger goes, fuck you, kid, and pushes him, slams him into the wall, and you see him bounce. All of a sudden, Andy, you hear 5 other guns come out, including the 6-year-old, and they fire.
Kids, avoid any major organs. We can use what he has.
Your ears are all just ringing. There's blood splattered all over the place.
All right. Who's up for
Mr. O'Malley? What the hell have I taught you? You shouldn't all fire at once. Save your ammunition. God, and you didn't make sure your lanes were clear when you were firing. He's yelling at him. Now,
they did quite well, Mr. O'Malley.
Now clean up and bring the stuff over here. Remember your manners. Doc gets first pick.
Thank you. Now I'll give you all an anatomy lesson today.
And we kind of fade the picture away.
This is our outreach program. Yeah.
It's been more lucrative than you would think.
As the morning progresses, you guys all eventually get to the office. Now, I got a couple quick questions for a few people because there were some tidbits I had to throw out from some of the news stuff I had read earlier. Now, Kitty, you read the article earlier, but this is something that's actually on the news. So I believe Chip might have a TV for you to at least in the someplace to have continuously running for noise.
Mhm.
You know, network 54, I believe it is the main network in the city. And you'll catch the article about Rockland Augmetics somewhere during the day, Andy. And as you're looking at things, the article again was Rockland Augmetics will be reopening their plant in Haywood thanks to a new partnership with Hitachi Shipping. The materials, and they got a new CEO. And as they're panning and looking at the picture of the crew and the people, you know, you recognize somebody in the background. Mr. Monty is standing in the entourage of Hitachi. Just so you see that. You can address that as you want.
And he snaps whatever instrument is in his hands at that point in time, just without even thinking, just.
The rest of you there may or may not have seen that.
I heard that you're paying for it.
You're duck.
Yes, I know. Sounds like money, like you always say.
Since I'm probably standing beside the TV watching this as well, you all right?
That gentleman in the picture there, next to all those people from Hitachi.
Literally, she literally spits when you say that word.
He's an old family friend.
Oh, the kind you like to bury?
Did you know?
I point to the screen. One of the Japanese gentlemen. I have some family issues with him. So maybe we can bond over this. Mutual hate is a real good thing.
There's
If I'm not too close to him anymore. I've been checking our patients that come through to see if they have any dealings with Rockland, but I'm afraid most of them are unemployed.
Did he fire you, or?
He fired on us.
Yeah. Then I think we got the same problem.
Yeah.
So you want to fire on him back, is what it sounds like.
Oh, that would be lovely.
It would be
I was
wonderful.
just going to say, definitely a good reason to hate somebody.
Although I would rather be right there to see the life drained from his eyes.
The hands on. Yeah, I get that. Just like
Okay, so
watching-
we kneecap him and then you slit his throat, right?
This is why I love you guys so much.
Here's the problem.
Bust your kneecaps.
The whole Rockland situation. They have better guards. So yeah, can't just do that.
Yeah.
I mean, does he have guards at home?
Probably.
Hmm.
But it's wishful thinking.
Does he have a private driver?
Probably.
The last I knew.
Well, what if something happens to his driver and they
Driver
need to
probably
replace
has
his
security as
driver?
well.
At this point, that Chip will walk out of his office and come into this conversation. Unless all you got PTO that I don't know about. This is not an expensable mission.
Oh, I mean,
He's worth how
throwing it
much
out.
money? We could ransom him. Just saying.
We ain't here to make enemies yet. We got only one good solo. And she's the best in town. I'll give her that. Best that I can afford anyway. And speaking of affording all of y'all, I finally got the payment from our last contract. So here's 200 credits each. He hands you each 190 credits. And a cup of hot nudes noodles. And the noodles are on the house. Noodles cost about 10 credits.
Are you taking
Oh, that's
10?
why. Okay.
Okay.
190 more than I had before.
The noodles I can accept.
But it's amazing that the two of you are so intertwined there, Andy and Kitty. Why do you think...
Nowhere near as good as Mr. Ons.
Why do you think those two are joining up together? It's obvious that both of them are backstabbers. They got to know each other's history.
Oh, corpse.
I imagine it has something to do with money.
You should know that. I mean, look at the people that you associate with. Excluding us. I mean.
Yeah, you're right. If I stopped working with assholes, I wouldn't have anyone with me.
We love you too, boss.
You get your morning, generally you get a couple general calls, just basic body pickups. They've been asking you to do some roadkill cleaning in the neighborhood too. Take them over to one of the, let's see, what's the name of the place called? Scroll up, Tim. Over to the medical technologies dump off over in South Night City. These are your average runs. This is what you kind of most of the time do. Body pickup, run grandma to the hospital for her surgery to get a new kidney or something, you know. You guys ain't the high-end trauma team. That's trauma team or REO meat wagon. You know, the high-end specialty, they run their own hospitals, or they at least steal them and take them to the expensive hospitals, depending on which situation is. You're working with crisis management, our crisis medical center, which is the local ask no questions hospital here in town, or at least in old Japantown. But I mean, this is the basic stuff you guys do most days.
Well, we live in a toilet. We deal with overflow.
Yeah. Sometimes, though, you know, especially when it gets closer to midnight, this is general. Some nights they want you to move bodies around for the body lotto in the city. So you might have to shift a few dozen bodies occasionally to pad some, but other people are probably doing the same. So, but it pays cheap money, and you also get to scavenge a few things here and there. But now it's getting to be, you know, what's your usual day? How late do you usually work, Chip?
Chip
Chip runs the office. He runs the business. Let's go. What's your usual shift you make these employees work that you call family?
Well, they're always on call. Technically, the only time I pay them is when we have a contract. So the meet space is more of just like a friend's house club. You know, I like to make sure that we all feel like family. Got beer in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like what flight attendants do. They don't get paid for being at the airport. They only get paid for being on the plane. So they can come and go as they please. I would say generally people are out of here by 8 o'clock.
Okay, I'm just getting a mood because it's getting closer towards evening. Probably even 8 o'clock-ish, almost where you would normally expect to kick off. And you know that portable agent you carry in your pocket? The one for the special calls?
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's vibrating.
Cool. I march back into the back office and I shut the door. And I make sure that I am picking this up not on, on the room call mic. It's the one straight to the ear.
Oh, we've learned our lesson, have we?
Yeah. Vinny, what's up? How you doing? How's the wife?
You know, I haven't had a wife in about 20 years.
I know. I just like to remind you sometimes. Hey.
Yeah, if you weren't my sister's kid, they would be finding parts of... Yeah, never mind. Love you like a nephew, just like family.
Yep, just like family.
This is a big one, Chip.
I like that. Big pay?
Yeah, but it comes with trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Possible trouble. It depends on how quick you are.
Well, I can be the fastest guy in town if the credits.
That's what Joy Boys say.
I've been looking into the implant. You don't need to bring it up. But I got Kitty with me. She's a top tier runner. What do you need? What we moving? What we killing?
You're picking up and delivering.
Okay. Any human?
Are you
cargo?
alone? Are you alone?
I'm always picking up in the back room.
Oh. And you
at this address at this specific time every Tuesday.
So which one of us is actually leaning up against the door?
I apologize while I try to look up the name I picked for a few things.
It's Cupid's
I got
turn,
3 screens. And where did I put his name? I need you to pick up a friend of mine in Chinatown. Well, friend is a loose term.
Acquaintance?
Right now, he's a friend.
Okay.
He has something I need. There's a package with him. He needs to be picked up, and he gives you an address. He'll forward you an address to an apartment building in Chinatown. Excuse me, Little China.
That's Tiger Claw area.
Tiger claws are not your problem. It's the triads you're going to have to worry about.
Motherfuckers. Okay.
But you just need to run in there and pick him up. And the package he has with him.
Well, which is priority?
The package.
Of course.
Do you got a head cooler?
Sure. He looks over at his mini fridge. Yeah, we got a cooler.
This guy has a chip in his head we may need to recover. If you can't, bring the head back.
Sure.
Or bring the chip back.
Okay. No degradation for I'm going to Canadian. Coffee. There we go. Okay. No. And they're taking the chip out. It's not going to damage it.
You taking the chip out might damage it, but he's got a recording of some stuff. He says he saw some stuff. He may not have it in his head yet. He may have recorded. You know how the media types are.
Fair enough. Okay.
I don't even know what's in here. But he says it's worth my time. Lots of money.
Well, sounds like a deal.
But he says he appropriated it from some people who wish to recover it probably quickly.
Cool.
He has a problem, though. 4 bullet holes. So you need to recover him, the package, and sanitize anything he's in that room. He gives you a room number for the apartment also.
Okay, so we're making sure that no one knows he was there too. We're just gonna clean up all the blood, figure out what to do with all the bullet holes in the wall and whatever's inside him. Or
Chip,
am I misreading
sometimes
this?
Chip. Any witnesses?
Okay.
Sanitize.
Fair enough. Any other details? Does this guy have a grenade planted next to his heart?
Ask your doctor when you get there.
Okay.
He does have, never, Chip, come on. Now, he gives you an address of a safe house, or what he says. This is the safe house you need to take him to. It is in, and that's what I was looking for before when I drew a blank, because I couldn't remember that district. The safe house is in Little Europe. It's actually an apartment there.
Okay. Sure. I can get done.
Quietly.
You're just adding all of these stipulations. Okay, look. It'll happen.
Chip, if this is worth what he says it is, he says less you know, the less you're gonna give away if you get caught.
Okay. We'll take care of it. Anything else, Vinny?
Yeah, there's more players probably after this than he's letting on. This is hot. 2,000 each for quick recovery. You got 4 hours.
Rude.
Okay.
If you can't do it in the 4, we start taking money off.
Jesus Christ. Killing me. Okay.
We'll settle at 1,000. I won't take it all away from you if you get here. With the package.
With the package. With the package, with the head, with the chip, silently in a
The
clean room.
chip,
without
not
any
chips, chip.
witnesses. I'm gonna be chipping something if you don't. Okay. We'll consider this contract signed. I'm gonna hang up now. You start your timer.
Don't die, Chip. Your mom, if she ever comes back, would kill me.
You know it.
But don't fuck up like the last time.
Already hung up. Just shut the fuck up, Benny. Throws phone at wall. Walks over to phone, grabs it, makes sure that's okay, puts it in the pocket. Opens door. Okay, guys, we got a contract and we need to move quick. 1,500.
And the phone vibrates again.
I hit the silence button. 1,500 each.
1,500? What? That's. I mean, what are we walking into? That's some. Those are some E's.
We're gonna find a guy. He's already got bullet holes in him, so we don't really need to make sure that he's okay. We're gonna take him from Little China, bring him to Little Europe, and the only thing we care about is a chip in his head. So, Andy, you
And
can't
the
do
package that he has with him.
Oh,
not
and
just
the package that he has with him. I thought that was the chip.
no, the chip is the recording of what he saw.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a package that he also has.
So we only need the package in his head in all technicality. So Kitty, go grab my mini fridge, put it in the van, and Andy, bring a hacksaw.
On it.
Is there a bonus for him still being alive, or are we just straight going for his head?
No, in fact, we lose money for every minute over the hour, over 4 hours that this job is not complete.
That had nothing to do with him, though. Like,
No, not that I know of.
okay.
I'm not saying we'd use the hacksaw as plan A, but it is a lot easier to transport a head instead of a wounded man.
Now we're doing this quick and loud, quiet and loud, like How
Quick and quiet.
quick and quiet?
Yeah.
Where are we going? That requires quiet.
Little China.
Okay, but where? That requires the quiet part.
I mean, so maybe the guy's got a couple of big heads looking at him.
Okay, is he currently kidnapped or like something else?
You're asking a lot of questions, Cupid, that I should have asked, but I didn't.
At least he's honest.
I'm coming back with the fridge. Chip, I mean, do you ask the important questions ever?
I do ask the important questions. How much we getting paid? And that's it.
Okay, but like the danger we're going into, how many people do I have to shoot? How many people do I need to not shoot? Apparently this guy doesn't need to be alive. He's just already bleeding out, so we have to go like right now, right?
Yes.
Right this second.
Right this second.
God damn it. Okay.
Bring a silencer. We got to clear out any witnesses. Other than that, we shouldn't have to shoot anyone as long as Kitty drives fast enough.
Killing witnesses?
You just said we need to clear out witnesses, but also we don't need to shoot anybody. Those don't match.
Oh, you don't necessarily need to shoot somebody to get rid of a witness.
Yes.
You could slice their throats or cut out their tongue.
None. I'm gonna get myself.
Would it be better
Andy,
for me to act
I was
as
talking
a
about
distraction or to
intimidation.
disguise myself?
Oh,
You
I suppose there's that too.
Andy. That's murder.
Would it be better for me to act as a distraction for the witnesses, or should I disguise myself?
Be a distraction, please. Please, please, please.
Okay. Would that work? Chip,
Sure.
No
I don't know
idea.
what we're
We have to
getting
go there and
into.
see what the situation is, because apparently Chip doesn't want to ask these kind of questions.
Look,
So
there's a reason why. There's a reason why you are the external compliance officer. But I'm the CEO. I just accept the contracts. It's your job to figure it out.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I need a bad disguise so that I can easily be recognized if I need to be a distraction, but I can just pull the hat down if I need to not be seen. Okay,
be
got
right.
it.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, no one's going to recognize you. But
I pop my head out the window. This is not the shit you want to blog. You do know that, right?
I don't have to know why I'm there.
Just don't take selfies with us in them again, okay?
Okay, I'll make sure to turn around the other direction. All right.
yeah.
Thank you.
Wall background. Got you. That looks better anyway.
All right, going.
Okay, I'm going to offer a little GM poke.
Sure.
Have we done any investigation? Maybe address looking up besides just here's the address, or
It might be a good idea.
Yeah, I suspect between Cupid and we'd be looking up the address because I need to know where I'm landing.
Know how public this is.
The Kitty, you're a transport logistics officer. Here's all the information. Just take it.
I'll get together with Cupid. That's triad territory, isn't it?
yeah, and it's also right on the edge of the hot zone.
Like the hot zone, like radiation hot zone.
Yeah, more so than your current neighborhood. Yes.
Chip, you're buying us lead-laced underwear. I hope you know that, because I am not dying of radiation poisoning.
Sure, you know I'm good for it.
We're all gonna die.
Don't just avoid it. Just
Just use lead paint. That's all.
Don't
got
don't-
time.
and don't breathe. Got it. Okay.
Full geisha. Okay. Full history.
Don't eat the chips of paint. That's the thing.
Do you know anybody?
Damn,
Cupid, do you know anybody around here?
I might. Is that triad territory?
Yeah. And I've got. I mean, I doubt that they would know from Hong Kong, but people talk, and now that asshole showed up. So
See, here's the thing. I don't think we
It
have
is
time.
the Wen Fang triad is the main controlling triad in Little China.
you were saying, Cupid?
I don't think we have time to even get that, because if the guy is waiting and possibly bleeding out, we gotta just go and do the thing. So
Then
For 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm armoring up, getting this SMG stashed away, and firing up the vehicle.
What other preps are everybody or anybody doing? Kitty, as far as other obstructions, this is a very poor neighborhood that this is coming in, since you did research, and Cupid, I believe you may have done some also research with that.
Yep.
But very poor neighborhood, heavily ran by gangs, and Triad in particular in this area. Poor housing. I mean, cramped, small. Kowloon City, almost as what half of this whole area is. Tightly packed, small communities, walkways, cables, everything hanging over the street. So, there's not many places you can go up and down or too easily without,
Is there
extreme possible damage.
Is there a good rooftop near where this address is?
There's not really a good rooftop, but there is a. I'm trying to pull up the map. I apologize. I flip screens. There's a club that's over there, not too far. But you might be able to park in their lot, but you might have to make a deal with them.
Okay.
which club?
And that's what I was looking to name up, because it is not one of them that's listed standard.
Oh.
So. And of course, I got too many sheets of paper or too many notes. So I may just steal something.
Insert generic club name.
Yes.
Vinyl.
The lazy duck. There you go.
Yeah, we'll go something like that. The lazy duck. No, I got a better name. I just have to find out where the heck I put it.
The laundromat.
Cool.
No.
Jade,
What?
call them, make a deal, so you can park there. If it's close enough. It's close enough, right?
This is a dive, definitely boot ganger bar, but upper class. I can't call it really Cromer style, but you're in the neighborhood where this is a dance club. They try to party
they drink
there.
their beer with their
Yeah,
pinky
finger
out.
out. Yeah, it's
Is it one
triad,
that
but
I
it's
know?
upper triad. It's triad club, but ganger triad.
Is it one that I know?
I'm trying to find the name because I had the map and I forgot to grab the name off the map. And of course, I'm not going to find it now that I'm actually struggling to look for it in a hurry.
Of course. That's how this works.
Have you never DM'd before?
That's why it's like, yeah.
I've brought entire wrong modules to conventions before.
That's rough.
We're going to go with the Phase nightclub because I found the map at least for it. F-A-Z-E.
Phase.
With a Z because it's cool. It's a W.
Yeah. And we're talking, it's probably about 4-5 blocks. You're on the edge of right where this kind of is you're on the edge of the upper marina, which is a currently being rebuilt section. The hot zone near the old medical center, and the edge of China, of Little China. So you're in that. So you're getting a little good mix of neighborhoods of possibilities there. So that's why you're seeing this kind of fancier club, because it's they bought some property cheap in Little China, and now we're trying to run a club as it starts to as the Upper Marina rebuild pushes into the neighborhoods slowly. You know, maybe another 5-10 years, you might see some street work.
If Jade needs me to, do you speak Chinese?
No.
I could.
I think it's what was it? Korean, English, and
No, I'm not saying you guys can't find other places to park, but if you're looking for someplace,
No, this makes more sense.
Yep. Just call ahead so we can just drop in and just do this thing because we're on a time limit.
hey, is this the manager of Phase?
oh yes, you got manager affairs.
Hey, so my name is Jade. I'm actually going to be in the
Oh,
neighborhood.
Jade, precious rock, very nice stone. Do you have Jade?
No, I'm Jade Arrow Sable. Anyway, I've got something going on in the area. I was wondering if we can make a deal so we can park in your parking lot for it.
Well, why not be customer? Come in, spend a lot of money.
What you got for top shelf booze?
I'll yell in Chinese. She's very famous. She could do a gig for you for free.
He says you're famous?
Oh, yeah. I was the lead singer of, what was it again?
Do you strip?
That's a good
I don't. Who are you again?
An extra. I can't remember. What is the name?
I can't remember the role for you to see if somebody would know you and your skill. What is it called? Your motor skill.
Well, let's see.
Look up the right book.
Hold on.
I'm trying to.
I know this.
Charismatic impact.
Yeah.
She has her.
How's that?
That work.
Yep.
2 dice rolls and magic manipulation. We don't have to try to figure out what we all said.
Hey guys, we can park there.
You'll have to put on a show first.
How about while we're parked there?
Well, that's what I mean. While you park there, you come in and do a show. We want at least 3 songs. And
Sorry?
do you strip? We'll pay extra.
How much extra? Because I do charge extra for the stripping.
Depends on how good do you look.
Set your price.
This is a
Know your worth.
This is a what's it? Not cell phone. What is it called?
It's called an agent.
Agent. This is an agent, right? Give me 2 seconds. I'll send you a picture.
How I know a real picture?
Take it right now.
Here, I take picture too. When you show up, we see.
Yes, when we show up, let's go show up.
Yeah, let's show up.
Hey, Chip. So they want me to do 30 songs. I'm willing to cut you in for the extra.
Sure. Look, I guess that'll be your distraction. Put on a good show. Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'll make it loud.
I'll
make it loud.
Yeah, like you're gonna have to be 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
ND, do you have any penicillin in the back? Because I think Jade's gonna need it going into that place.
Let me check.
I've been to work.
Chip, we're out of penicillin.
There's some moss in the back of the fridge. I'm pretty sure you can make some more out of that.
Okay.
Just try some bread, huh?
I've been to worse. I'll be fine.
Moldy bread, that'll have penicillin on it. There you go.
Bread is expensive.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Moldy kibble.
Yep, moldy kibble.
Moldy kibble, yes.
So I'll land. I'll do like a once around and then land because I want to give Cupid, a good eye view.
At least pass by where we're going to actually be landing.
Oh yeah.
To
Yeah.
see what's going on there.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be on comms if y'all need me.
You'll see
my voice on, but I'll be able to hear you guys.
when you pass over the neighborhood real quick, since you're high enough above most of the stuff. The building you're at is definitely old in a more decrepitated part of the neighborhood. It is an apartment building. You see lots of patios and food growing on them. There's a rooftop garden, wires running everywhere. People on the street, even at this time of night, from what you can see. I mean, unless you're going to try to investigate any more. I mean, it's a typical evening night, but you don't see anything specific about that place other than a neon sign with apartment C4.
Yeah,
something other.
I'll put on my low light just to make sure that there's nothing that we can't see.
Yeah, you see nothing that you would call out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And as for the what would Kitty see?
So Kitty.
Yeah.
Garden. Taking any?
Oh yeah, of course.
Just,
I mean,
we're going to challenge the triads real quick and just kind of sneak in and take that. Then we're going to keep our eye on that because
they already hate me. So yeah.
All right, cool.
If I could steal some tomatoes, I'm happy.
Gotcha.
Thing is, you notice it around the area too, and it's not the only rooftop that has stuff. Now, the club you're going to has a kind of a parking lot sitting there. You know, it's in front of a couple other buildings.
Going in stealthy, right, Chip?
And if you look at roll 20, you'll kind of see where your club entrance is. The parking lot out front there. Maybe I'll move you to the other one. Only because it's daylight, you can see it better. But it is night.
Got it.
All right.
Few cars parked there. You see the entranceway. This is a awning over the entrance into the. Oops. So, but that's the entrance, the parking spot for the club. And you're pulling up in there. Once again, it's night, dark, lots of neon signs blinking, people on the streets. And you guys pull up in your fear van.
Yeah.
Now, my question for you is, and I haven't discussed this with you earlier, is what's the fear van look like? I mean, I threw an image out there before with it being, you know, white, but that was for me to see it on maps easily. So I'm wondering what you guys have made it look like. Never did ask.
Chip and Kitty.
I'll do the model. You do the details.
Okay.
So Chip was looking for, you know, a real large armored van. What he ended up was a replica, more or less, of the Mystery Machine, but rusted out. There's a hole in the floor that goes straight to the drive shaft. The siren.
There is no drive shaft.
Well, whatever the drive shaft equivalent would be.
And there. Okay, yeah. This is just so everybody knows, this is an AV4, so that it is running on not jet powered, but jet fans powering the vehicle.
It's a VTOL. Yeah.
Yeah. It's an AV, lots of air pressure, vertical lift. You know, it's not the propeller type. This is just pure air pressure. So when you're landing and taking off, you're kicking up dust. You're not being discreet. Think of it that way. You're throwing rubble too.
Hey, that's the best because it blinds people.
So, Kitty, what cosmetics have you added to this windowless, otherwise nondescript van with rust marks?
To give it a description, I would say it looks like a junkyard has vomited all over the vehicle, because literally it's just like this Frankenstein of pieces. So there's, doors from trauma team, doors from dog wagon, all these, anything that she's been able to get her hands on, she has welded onto this thing to make it run perfect.
So what I'm hearing is the nickname for the vehicle is Frank, for Frankenstein.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. We'll call it Frank. It is
good old Frank.
Good old Frank.
All right.
On the side of the vehicle, Chip has hand painted using house paint via ink.
Oh, you actually did put some naming on it.
Yeah, it's just on one side and the other side's empty. This way, so if we have to come in stealthily, we just turn the car around.
Oh, he backs in. Okay. He flies backwards all the way so they can only see that side. As opposed to maybe magnetic signs.
I've also taken some lacquer and one of Jade's old posters and basically lacquered it to the side for extra publicity. So.
Or if you left it parked long enough, concert and billboard stuff gets stuck to it anyway if you leave it in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Occasionally come back, spray paint on it, and new graffiti.
The poster, I figure, is probably like an NSYNC style poster, but I painted creepy smiley faces over all the other people in the band.
Perfect. I love it.
All right, well, you guys drop down in this parking lot in Frankie. And
Right.
you're kicking up dust. You're hearing it ping off of the other cars and everything as you come in, as you drive down this, you're about 15, 20 feet over the road, blowing the air, and just people are swearing at you when you go by, pulling your spot, and there you are.
I'll pull in. Hey. Just wave as if nothing's happened.
Entrance.
Perfect.
Okay, Jade.
Oh, baby.
This is where you get off.
Yes.
If there's a problem, let me know. Okay?
Yep. I got you.
Okay.
If there's a problem, you let us know. I'm
yeah,
all
I
right.
do.
Because I'm not leaving
Now,
Frank.
I got a question for a couple of you, since this is a neighborhood and this is known to be a triad location. Anybody being discreet?
Beyond the giant dust storm that we just kicked up.
Well, I know a couple of you may wish some discretion of maybe you're tying your shoelace at the time and they can't see you through the window or something.
Oh yeah, the window is always up because I don't want to be recognized.
Cupid's being discreet because the mission was, hey, be discreet. So Solo's gonna be quiet and stealthy and kind of like use the big distraction of the Jade and all the dust flying up to like just kind of hop off the other side and just kind of go.
All right, sounds good. Rest of you following Cupid?
Andy's following Cupid, and also her trying to match her demeanor. If she's being stealthy, he's making an effort to be stealthy as well.
You guys got about 4 blocks, I said, to get to, and this is a decent parking spot that you feel semi-safe. But what's you doing, Chip?
I am. I'm going through the mission notes real quick, making sure that nothing's too weird about this. I don't think I need to be that stealthy. I look like Chip Demithurge. Michael, I'm gonna draw eyes no matter where I go. So I start blasting Steely Dan and I exit the vehicle.
Okay.
Just cannot deny all of that.
Yeah. I need entrance music, and it's reeling in the ears.
Okay. Okay. Well, So I forgot to take a little break a while ago, so
I will say I wait for Andy and Cupid to get a block away before I do that.
so you are letting them go separate ways, and you're just waiting here with the vehicle. I'm trying to confirm where people are.
No, I'm going to catch up to them, but what I call for right now, I'm doing that, letting them get a little far, and I'm going to walk towards them.
Jade, are you going into the club by yourself?
Oh boy.
Am I going in, or are they coming out to meet us? Because I'm sure they heard the kicking up of the dust at the very least.
You want to park in their parking lot.
Which we just did.
Yeah. And you want to make sure that the vehicle stays secure while there, correct?
Yeah, so I'll be there. You go.
Oh, that's right. Kitty never leaves the vehicle.
Jason's perform right there, just in the parking lot.
I mean,
make the
well,
noise.
you haven't even gone in and talked to anybody yet, is what I'm saying. You haven't made them aware. I mean, you'll hear the functionary with the clipboard going, "Jesus Christ!" as he's.
If you need anything,
what can I say?
Jade?
I make an entrance.
And who are you? As he's looking at his clipboard.
I'm Jade Arrowsable, ex-lead singer of, I can't remember what the band's name is. What's the band's name again?
At the time, I believe it's you. Lucky Family is what you.
Oh yeah, ex-lead singer of Lucky Family. Now doing my own solo gig. Your manager said that I could do a show here in exchange for parking in the parking lot.
As opposed to paying the normal 100 ebbies? Okay. And he looks you up and down. I don't, not knowing at the sheets, so I'm looking at. Jade is very charismatic. That doesn't necessarily mean that the appearances are there. So I'm confirming what does she look like? We really haven't discussed that. I haven't asked you guys to kind of.
Well, I think I showed you the picture that I have for my characters. Actually,
yeah, I've seen it, but let's hear let's give the description to the
long dark hair. Looks rather mixed blood. They don't really look like a particular race.
Okay.
Very androgynous for the most part. Depending on how they're dressed, they can look feminine or masculine.
Okay, and how is?
I am very feminine.
Okay, that's right. So, okay.
Yep, it's the. We've got the very...
So, well, he speaks into his earpiece, walkie-talkie thing, like you would see these guys doing. Oh, I forgot to ask Chip. Did you bring along your intern? I forgot all about.
Oh shit! I have an intern. I immediately get onto my.
Forgetting him.
I immediately get onto my comms and I'd be like, "Sorry, my agent." I send him an email. Meet me in Chinatown. Here's the address. Be discreet. Bring a gun.
It's 9 o'clock at night. You get a text back.
Yeah, if you want to be part of the family, you got to make some concessions.
All right, I think are the buses still running?
Is this on the group text?
It's on the group Slack.
For fuck's sake, Chip.
I'll give you 50. I'll give you 50 credits.
Oh, I'm going to get paid. This is a great internship.
You do realize if we take off, he is going to die out here. Yeah?
Good night. Love you.
Sad emoji.
I look over because I'm still in the passenger seat. It's just like, Kitty. The contract says I can get a new one whenever I want.
They're not potato chips, Chip. They're human. Never mind.
They're not human beings until they sign the contract.
God,
Otherwise, they're just shit workers. You signed the contract. You're a human being. You're like a daughter to me. You see how things change? You just got to put your work in.
Okay.
I hand you €5. Don't spend it all in one place.
Okay, well, after the functionary gets the call, all right, Miss Jade, you can go in. You said you were dressed in your feminine appearance today, so I'm going to go with that. I apologize otherwise.
It's all good.
So, and you get in there and you see decent crowd. Though you didn't see many cars in the lot, there's a decent crowd of definitely Asianish triad members. Maybe not so Asianish.
Okay.
I'm keeping my cap down.
Do I recognize any of them?
Were you there when maybe Andy pointed out the individual at the meeting?
Oh yeah, no, I was sitting in the living room area with all of them.
Okay.
Once everybody got there.
Once the lights you get used to the lights and you're hearing the thump, 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 thump of the music and it smells like
booze.
Booze, piss, sweat.
And
you smell. Yeah, you smell. I can't think of what I would call marijuana, pot smelling the area, or any other various.
Is that a burning tin can?
Nothing's illegal really in the Night City.
Red Bull and desperation.
So they're just, it is anything you want. I mean, if you look close enough, you see things you probably don't want to see happening in the back corners of some of the booths. Maybe you do want to see it depending on your particular taste, but yeah.
It is Jay.
Manager go, well, you sing song. You said you're not bad looking. He walks around you. Three songs. You said you're famous.
Yeah. I'm the ex-lead singer of Happy Family. What's that? Lucky Family.
Happy Family Jewels?
Family.
Do you sing their new song?
I got it.
It's really. You're not part of Happy Family Jewels anymore. The new.
Lucky
Family. I read about you. They say some things about you.
Yeah, I decided to go solo because I'm better on my own.
So you're going to sing your own stuff that people know, right?
Yeah. I can do one of those songs.
Sure. All right.
I think you guys will like my new stuff too, though.
All right. Well, just for sake of, because we're going to end here after this before we get into the other part. So I wanted you to go ahead and do your performance. So roll some dice.
All right. Let's see.
And I will look up your sheet.
Looking to see where it's at. There we are.
Your instrument is singing, so
3 songs?
I'll let you do one performance for all, depending on how you do. If you want to,
that's not too bad.
You want to try again for the next song? Okay, no. I got a question for you. You're singing your music.
Mm-hmm. The first one was the previous song,
Okay.
When I was part of the group.
So let's hear your new stuff. So.
Not so great.
Well,
you get a half-hearted applause from the crowd.
Oh dear. Why?
At least it's working.
All right.
You do notice several people recording you singing, though.
That works.
Okay.
Now, did we have a discussion with the manager about the
Well, do
stripping
you?
and how much they're going to pay me for that? And how much more time do we need for this, guys?
Well, you just needed to get the parking spot, so your voice was paying the price for the parking spot. So I don't know how long your songs are, so 20 minutes, but probably an hour after you guys landed, this is where we at. Because, get you on stage, get singing, so you're at the club with the car. Or with Frankie. I don't have to remember that, Frankie. Now, as we're moving along, since you're there, I'm going to get the rest of the group over to the apartment building. Which, if I can close one of these things, and have to. You would be outside this apartment complex. He's on the 6th floor in an apartment.
Just an apartment. Do we know a door?
No, you know the number and everything. Yeah, we got that information.
Cool.
But I don't want to go much further than this tonight because it's going to start the next process. This was my goal for this evening. It was getting to the apartment. I didn't know how you were going to go about it necessarily.
How about this? Are you guys waiting for Chip and the intern to show up, or are you guys going to go in by yourselves?
You were just going to go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we can discuss that next session because it's getting about 10:30, and I know that's about Chip's in a different time zone, so it's about midnight for him, if not a little later. So, and I didn't want to get much further than this because once we start this section, it's probably going to get a little more involved. So I don't want to split halfway in the middle of it because we end up being about 3 or 4 hours otherwise, and I don't want to do that. So,
and knowing
starting
the poop is going to hit the fan. So,
yep, and I know the next part is going to have combat. Alexa, shut up. Take my pills. Alarm just went off. So, but yeah, so we're good for tonight, and then you guys can kind of plan how you're going to accomplish this through. You got to the point I wanted you tonight, so I will address the XP you may have received or whatever they call that in the system.
IP.
Improvement points. Yes. So, but equivalent of the same. So, but I enjoyed it. A lot of good, interesting role play, and I see Apache was enjoying this. So,
thank you, Apache.
Thank you.
So, but on our way out here, let's reintroduce ourselves, and we'll head out. And I want to say thank you to Curtis for running this before I forget. As the girls call him the omnipotent one, I call him the old nippy one, but that's a totally different one.
Hey,
just
supposed
keep your hands.
Keep what happened that night to ourselves, Tim.
I was just going to say, keep your hands between his mouth and food. Don't reach between them.
Yeah, thank you for that image. That's going to live there for a while.
All right, Curtis. I'm sorry. Love you, sir. All right, guys. We're going to go out the same way we came in. So, Tommy, what do you have to say?
What was I supposed to say?
We're on our way out tonight. So, let us know what you thought of tonight or what you're doing. Re-intro yourself out.
Oh, re-intro? Okay.
What you're doing next. I believe you're up next for next weekend, or is this Friday for?
It is next week is the next Heritage and Honor game.
I wish it was every week. That's a good show.
Yes, every other week. It's Heritage and Honor. It's a Werewolf the Apocalypse game. It's also a cup game. So everyone's little and knows absolutely nothing and is learning everything, and things are getting super dramatic. So watch that. And excellent. Yeah, that's a plug.
Okay.
Sweet.
And did you have a good time tonight?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. That's all that really matters to me.
One person. We're going to change that
far.
next game.
So far.
Yes.
We'll give you plenty of opportunities.
Yes.
All right. And then we're going to move right over to Jason.
I'm Jason Fire. The only thing I've got coming is basically, I guess, Beyond Darkness and Madness for Cult Divinity Lost is finally coming to North America, as far as I know. So, fingers crossed. It'll be in your hands soon. So
I got the PDF, some of it. So
sweet. And hopefully there'll be more surprises later on.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Always enjoy your stuff, sir.
Thank you. And this was a blast.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm looking so much forward to. Kitty is going to have an opportunity to shine.
This is the family I never wanted. So
it's the family I deserve.
Scarier. And with that, we'll lead into Chip or Izzy.
Izzy. So, as I said before, you may not know me, but you could know me if you joined the TTRP Discord server. Links are in the chat. Thank you so much for having me on here, Tim. This is
I enjoyed it.
Time in 2 years that I've been on a weekly show, and we didn't even finish.
Bi-weekly, please. Every 2 weeks. I don't want to put any more pressure on myself.
Are you sure you can't do it weekly, Tim?
At my age, it's kind of hard.
But I appreciate all of you guys are a great group. And Heritage and Honor, it's an amazing show. I just actually caught up on it today. I highly suggest you go onto our YouTube channel and watch the playlist. Thank you, guys.
Wrath and Tears is another excellent show coming up this weekend, I believe on Sunday, if I'm not wrong, Curtis. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. Excellent. I got a voice saying yes. And I believe Zora's this weekend or this week too. Zora's finale tomorrow. Excellent. So Dickbutt, will he make an appearance to save the world? So all right. So now on to Steven or Steve. Sorry, I know him by Steven, but he put Steve down.
All right, yeah. Hey, thanks, Tim, for putting this on. I had so much fun playing Endy tonight. I had to leave our last long campaign that I was playing with you, Tim, and this just popped up and worked with my schedule. So I'm having a blast. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes over the next few sessions.
Oh, I am too. Hopefully we all live, including me. So, and last but not least, we're going to move to Jackie. I hope you had an enjoyable time tonight.
Oh, I always have a blast gaming, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how all of our characters progress. I'm really looking forward to that. And to the whatever little background things you throw at us later on. I love surprises. So thank you so much for DMing.
I appreciate the fact that you guys actually gave me some decent background to work with. You know how hard it is sometimes to pull that from people?
You see,
even a paragraph.
They're going to have a heterochroma. They have a dark past. They like Doctor Who.
the best players hang themselves. So.
Yeah.
I think we've done a great job.
Yep, I've given you enough rope. So that is I plan to let you guys lead most of the way. I just have a higher arc story that I want you guys to get involved in, and how far you go before the crap hits the fan and how deep you dig. Well, it's part of the fun. So, all right, guys, since I believe I got everybody, thank you very much for being here. And I hope we all see all of you in 2 weeks again. Love you all. Have a good night.
Take care.
Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
Thank you.
What he said. So,